Hi, good morning. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd, 2020. And I was just driving past a friend of mine's law firm that says serious personal injury. And I started thinking about mental health. Now, that's one area where we can't see exactly how much pain that person has suffered. Because our physical injuries are you're able to see objectively with your eyes, and with mental injuries
in 2020
you can't really see that. It's all within. It's like cancer. You can't see cancer, but you know it's killing. So what if we treated personal injury, mental personal injury, as such, in the same way that we do physical injury? Exploitation, manipulation, narcissism, sociopathy, psychopathy. Those are real, and those inflict serious repercussions in the brain, and can lead to severe PTSD. And that's not just, speaking from experience, that's speaking from a scientific background as well. You can ask any neurologist or neuroscientist about the repercussions of mental abuse on one's brain. And clearly, there's some happy dogs in the background, reminding me not to be so serious. But it's so difficult not to take it so seriously anymore. When I look around and I see the beauty in it all, but I can't help but sit here and wonder why it is nobody's wanting to talk about what's really happening. Okay? What's really happening? I'm going to start off with some positive light. What's really happening is, despite or because of the forced isolation, we're able to reconnect with our families and loved ones again in a way that we weren't able to do so before the COVID pandemic. But that's also the paradox. We were forced to be in situations that we typically aren't in. And sometimes being with family is filled with love and joy. And you should be able to count your lucky stars when you have a family that is uplifting and supportive of your love and of who you are. But not all families are like that. Not all families are fortunate to be that way. And we have to remember what's happening to them, because we're only as strong as our weakest link. And if our weakest link is our neighbor who's suffering, well, then we too are. We too are. Technology is wonderful. It is. It's only wonderful if it doesn't replace our connections and our communications with one another. There's so many red herrings of society out there today. We have an opportunity to sit back and meditate, deeply meditate, as to what really is important in our lives right now. We all talk about, oh, well, I'm going to take that trip when this happens. But you know what? Our life is only right here and now. What can you do right now? Right now. so that you can be happy and realize what true joy is all about. It's realizing that happiness is something that we cannot chase, but it is a path that we can choose to take. And when we chase that, take that path we choose to take, we have the opportunity to color our perception, either in a positive or negative way. And that right there is the path to happiness. More importantly, it's to remind us that happiness is dependent on the things that are outside of us. And so that's why it's never very fruitful to chase happiness. Because as we all know, everything outside of us is completely impermanent. And whenever there is abundance, you will also find lack. And it's just a matter of where your perception lies and what color you choose to see life in. So, with that being said, one of the things I would highly suggest, if it already hasn't been implemented, is to do continual education on personalities, mental illnesses and disorders out there, especially for all of the men and women that are out on the front lines. Also, for judges to be aware of these types of characters that are out there. Some of them are within the judicial system themselves. So in order for us to keep a healthier front, we need to be aware of these flags, so to speak. This is a small subgroup of people that we all have to contend with. In fact, they're probably about, 7% of our population that are considered in the dark triad category of personality disorders. I'm going to have to stop this video for now, and then I'll reconvene later. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope these are things that you can consider thinking about. And when we come back, I have some stuff that we can tie in together and have this be a springboard for solutions.